we are in courtside, and it was a wonderful trip. It was a wonderful trip to Texas. I loved Texas. There's a lot about it that I have so much video and I haven't put it up. I got here yesterday and I've been resting ever since. And tomorrow I will probably, hi Tamra, tomorrow I will probably start editing. I need to make phone calls and talk to people. I did a tiny home community. Went through all of it. It's going to be a long video, and I've been editing it and getting more and more information from him. I also went to a very small town that I knew about that had tiny homes. I see Tamara. Okay, don't forget, thumbs up. 4 people, 1 thumbs up. Hi, Monica. Oh, you're listening. You must be driving to work. Anyway, so I went to these, I researched these tiny home communities, and I was going to go to them. There were like 8 up past the Dallas-Fort Worth area. After doing a lot of research, I just decided I wasn't going to do it. And I'll explain my reasoning in a video that's going to be coming out. There's a lot about, it's like everything else. It starts out really good, and then everybody jumps on the bandwagon, including corporations, and everybody's making money out of it, and it gets more and more and more expensive. When it started out, Incredible Tiny Homes was the most popular. They had the most reasonable, but everybody's making a business out of it. And corporations, over time, sink your ship. I'm just saying. We all know what they do. And they're so involved in it now that it's very disappointing to me. I stay a while and watch West for breakfast. I am really curious about your plans for a tiny home. I'm not buying one. I'm looking forward to the video. I'm at a crossroads, and tiny homes isn't something I've looked into. Tamara, you can look into it seriously. This video, I'm going to give you all the pros and cons. Hi, Audrey. There's so many things that you can get caught up in. And I don't want to talk a lot about it, but I'm very disappointed in all the research I've been doing and how much money people are making out of this. And it's big industry right now, a big industry. I will tell you, I went to this small town, smallest tiny home I've ever seen. I took a picture of it. It hasn't sold yet. They didn't even have, I wanted to take pictures of it inside, and they didn't even have a way to walk up to the door. They didn't think it through. So when I start talking about this tiny Texas town, I want to give you some figures that it's all about putting it on your own land, inside town, etc., etc., etc. Oh, let me see who all's here. I've missed everybody. Hi, Audrey. Hi, Mike. How are you? Hi, Chris. Oh, it's so nice to see you, Chris. I haven't seen you for a long time. How are you doing? Hi, Claudia. How are you? Ocean Art. I've watched some of your videos. I take my mom and my dog to Sweden for Christmas. Oh, do you? Wow, that's nice. I've spent the last 2, I got here yesterday afternoon, and Mike, I'm back where you guys were, but I think maybe 1 road down further. I'm not sure. There is nobody. I can see somebody like a half a mile away or over. Yeah, so this place is pretty empty. I got near a little tree. Marley doesn't want to go anywhere, but just be by my side. I'm not sure why. I'm going to have to start taking her to the park, the town park tomorrow. Mary told me they built a water park for the dogs. So I'm going to try and find that here in Quartzsite. You know, Quartzsite, I feel so comfortable here. And I have telephone. Even though I'm boondocking, I have everything I need. solar. I'm boondocking right now, and I have solar and everything. The sun is fabulous. The weather is fabulous. Yeah, it gets cold at night, but that's to be expected. It's winter. Hi, Three Generations. How are you, Iris? Hi, Brenda. Nice to see you. Vicky, hi. I haven't seen you for a while. Where are you wandering at? Now, Marley, where are you going? Where are you going? Marley has decided that she's going to knock over the camera. I'm sure she's going to do it. No, no, no. If you're going down, go down. You can't come back up. Oh my gosh. No, now she's going to want to play. Yeah, that's what she wants to do. Oh no, she's thirsty. Anyway, um, so I'm so comfortable in courtside. I went to quite a few tiny towns. I am pricing land right now. Will I buy? No. No. Every bit of research that I have found and wanting to move out, I don't want to move out of the van. I think I'm reaching the age and the health where I might have to. And I'm looking for alternatives, which I think we should all do at certain ages. Maybe I'll end up staying in the van. Maybe I might have to have an alternative. But everything I've seen and what I see happening in the tiny house industry, um, I'm not. There's no way I'm going to buy a tiny house. I'll be honest with you. And I say that, but I keep thinking, this is the thing. If you keep worrying about how much longer I have, like, do I want to, my thought processes are always, do I want to invest in that? How long am I going to live? Can I get my investment back out before it passes? That's how I think. And I have to try to get myself out of that thought process. Uh, but again, you have to look at, I buy land, I buy a tiny house, I move to a small town in Texas. I'm not near Jason or anything. I don't have to be near Jason. I can survive without that. However, you have to look at healthcare. You have to think about, I was talking to Jason before my live, and I said to him, I'm so spoiled as a California person. I mean to go, where's healthcare? Where's it? They might have a couple of doctor's offices around. Mainly you have to drive an hour or 2 hours to get to a hospital. I'm so worried about it. Go, wait a minute. People have been here hundreds of years without this. What did they do? Why am I so spoiled having everything so close? The town that I went to is 4 hours from a Walmart. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then I go, do you really need a Walmart? There are so many questions you should be asking yourself. What do you really need, and what do you really want? I would love to have a tiny home on my own land, but Jason has to sell it. What if there isn't a market for it? I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So that's why I'm going to do this video and put all these pros and cons out. And, well, think about age. Think about how much can you get out of that? And, how many years? Maybe 1 or 2, but if it makes you happy, I don't know. Do you guys have you been doing any research on tiny homes? There are some here in Arizona, quite a few. And the tiny home community that I visited has quite a few. And they have welcomed me to their tiny home to do all their tiny homes here in Arizona if I would like. That was very thoughtful. So I have all this information from them, and I haven't put up I told them it'd be 2 or 3 weeks before I'd put the video up, because I really want to think about it, do a good job of it, and show you guys properly. I mean, that's just me. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. Tuesday, hello. I've been working on Tuesday, so I've missed the lives, but I'm here today. Well, thank you for visiting. I know you have better things to do, Chris. Carefree Highway. There's a couple of tiny homes in the park I'm at. When you say park, you're talking about an RV park, right? Which means they pay rent. Yeah, that's something to think about. Have connection during your live this afternoon. Wanderlust. Oh, good. So you're out in the boonies, and luckily you have Wi-Fi. I'm going to assume that's what you mean. Retired life. Hi, how are you? Claudia. I know you don't like birds in my videos and most. No, I, I don't mind birds. This is the thing. And if you guys met me and understood, it's like I did a video and I'm like, how many rocks do you need to see? I'm doing scenery and I'm going, how many planes do you need to see? You know, like the plains and weeds and trees. How many trees do I need to see? How many rocks? How many birds do you got? It's not that I don't like them. It's like, how many do you need to see? No, I love your videos. They're quite beautiful. Uh, I'm not that artistic. And it takes a lot of artistic talent to do the videos that you do, and they're beautiful. So I, I am watching them. It's not that I don't like birds. I'm just like, how many do you need to see? You know, and my friend Mary, she's always every sunrise and every sunset. She sits in her chair to watch it. I said to her, how many sunsets and sunrises do you need to see? She goes, yeah, like your how many rocks do you need to see on your video? She goes, no, don't talk. Everyone's different. Yeah, so I'm pretty bad. No, I respect I'm walking better than I have because I've been out so much. Today I walked Marley a little ways. Because there's rocks, she don't want to run, she don't want to play, and I didn't feel like loading everything up, and I'm not. I'm going to leave stuff here. I've made up my mind. And go to the park, but I'm going to have to. I usually do just about every day in the morning for her. I am doing good. I'm doing good, retired life. I am happy to catch you live. I'm glad you came. You've caught me live a couple of times. Don't you have a, don't you do videos, or am I thinking of the wrong person? Are there a lot of retired life? I know there's a lot of people with their channels starting with the word retired. But don't you have a channel? I think I signed up for it, but I'm not sure. Hi, Teresa. Joe, Joe, how are you? Martina. Yes, it's nice to see all of you. I'm home taking care of your grand dog. Okay. Stella. Hi. Wanderlust. How are you doing? So, this has been CW Style. Marley, what are you doing? You're going to knock over the camera. You either stay down there or you come up here. Are you coming up? Are you coming up? I got to move the camera. You want to come up? All right, come on. Come on up. Come on up. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. As you can see, she's kind of doing her own thing today, like she normally does. She's been in and out all day. It's so sunny and so beautiful and nice and warm during the day. Yeah, like I told you earlier, it gets cold at night, but it's beautiful during the day here. So I haven't left my spot for a day and a half. I'll leave tomorrow. I'll go to the dumpster, take some trash. It's just down the road. But I'm just happy to have the Wi-Fi, so I can just sit here and do it. Stella, hi, how are you? Brenda. Oh, you've been waiting. Okay. I would. I am watching from Delaware. Oh, you are? You know, I lived in Delaware for 5 years. Where was I at? I was at this dealership. Not mid, starts with an M. No, I can't remember. I love Delaware. I did. It was a very beautiful place, I think. Very high cost of living. Their insurance was 10%. When I moved there in 2005, my insurance went up. And I didn't think anybody could be more expensive than California. Delaware is the second highest car insurance in the nation. It was in 2005. I don't know if it still is. The rent was the same as California. Their expenses were just the same, except they paid minimum wage only. So I was used to making, $20 an hour. I got there and I was making like $8 an hour. It was It was shocking when I moved there. And I had a little money and I bought a place, and that was a whole ripoff, but I'll talk about some other time. I'm not always smart. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. Guys, don't forget. Everybody's saying hello. Hi, Susie. That's too far an hour. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Paul. Paul Costa. Yeah, with a van you can drive anywhere, but I my I've talked about a small travel trailer at least for a year or two now. I'm everything that I've seen and researched. I'm really right on with the travel trailer. That is the best. If and I'm trying to empty out my storage. This year it's going to have to be emptied. I'm going to sell everything that's in there that I can. A travel trailer, a small one, I can pull in, and I know in Arizona there's a lot of places it's $300 to $400 a month, and then you pay utilities. And I have so much solar, I will pay very little in utilities, maybe water. Um, if anything happens to me, Jason can hook it up, tow it away, and sell it. It's easy for him to handle. Right now, I want everything easy, not to make his life difficult, but for him to be able to just, sell things and get rid of things. I told him if he sells my van, he'll regret it, but it will have to go to a new home. I don't know why I'm talking this way. Anyway, I might be in it for years and years. I'm just trying to set things up. I have my cremation paid for. I have everything, just I haven't written my will. And I'm also doing a video, a goodbye video, instead of putting him through all that emotional trauma. I don't know why I'm talking about all this. I'm doing a video, a goodbye video to my subscribers and members in YouTube. And then all he has to do is just put it up. And he doesn't have to, be emotionally involved. Whatever. Do you really need 2,000 watts for... Yeah, I do. Yes. In fact, the more I have, the happier I am. I would like to run a microwave. I do use my air fryer, which is 800 watts. There's a lot of things I use. I use my rice cooker. The one I'm using, I think, is 500 watt. No, I have a fryer, 500 watt. Oh, I have an electric skillet. I use it. Yes, Mike. Just because you don't use any wattage or you think you don't, I do. I have a lot of electrical appliances. I love using them, and I'm going to continue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a 600 watt coming, Mike. And if you don't want the Blue Eddy, mister, it's okay. Give it back to me, and I'm going to put it in my van. Access to health care is important. Yes, it is, but is it? What did all these people do living here for 100 years? They drove. So I think there's ways to set it up. You have to prioritize everything in your life. Healthcare is, after my surgery and the mistakes that were made, I'm not that high on healthcare. Okay? I don't believe they made my life any better. And unfortunately, they did make mistakes in things I can't talk about. So, and nobody can fix. So, I'm not into healthcare anymore. I don't mind going to the doctor once a year, and I'll take the pills and stuff, but I'm not interested in the healthcare scenario right now. And it's from experience over the last year and a half. So, we'll leave it at that. So, access, I don't care about at this point. I don't. Audrey, Courtside Dog Park 55, Plymouth Road, Courtside has kitty. Oh, is that where it is for dogs? Oh, okay. She doesn't like the water. When we were on the ocean, she wouldn't go near it. In fact, I had her, the law says you have to have her on a leash. I do, but I let go of the leash and she drags it. And she normally comes. But I was down close by the water and I was walking her all by myself, and I left my walker up on the ramp and I'm out there and I go, "Come on, Marley, come on." She grows in the opposite direction up the ramp towards my walker. And I'm yelling at her, "Come here, come here." She always comes. But the minute I got away from the water, then she would come, but she wouldn't come. So I don't know how this pool's going to help her because she don't like the water. Yeah, yeah, there's what ifs Tuesday. There's so many what ifs. I like tiny homes too, Paul. I'm not saying I dislike them. But if you're paying rent, who are you paying it to? Yeah. Never joke about too much power. Never joke about too much power, Mike. She's right. You are right, Vons. You're looking at and negotiating 20 acres in Arizona? Well, that's great, Mike. I'm thrilled about that. Is it and I'm sure it's in the desert and you figured out ways to have water and all that. Crazy Dunk. What is there to think about? Lots of things. Some of us don't think. Crazy drunk Asian. I don't know. Mary is driving, not sure she will make it live. I don't know either. I talked to her yesterday. I called her last night. Um, I forget where she told me she was at. But I don't. My expectation at this point is she won't be here. I would be thrilled if she was. I would look forward to it, but I don't expect it. I don't have any expectations of anybody. I do want to reach Rocky, um, Mike, and there's a couple of people I'm going to try and reach out to and see if they're coming. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, Mary does her own thing. Buy land up by Bob and live. I can't, Susie, to you get land paid for, then put a shed home on land. The reason is it's so high up. It's like 8,000 feet up. And because of the heart condition, I mean, I could eventually do it. It'd take me about a week to get up to that level. Um, I don't know how good it would be for my heart. They're telling me that I'm not supposed to be doing more than 4,000 to 6,000 feet. That's about it. I'm going to do a vid explaining about it. A RV park would require paying lot rent. Absolutely. And they can raise it at any time. And they can. And RVs, you can move those. But these manufactured homes, um, they can't move them. And people have been there 20 years and you're reading all this craziness about the rent is doubled and tripled. They can't move those homes, so they lose everything. They lose. It's $10,000 to $15,000. It used to be to move a home. I don't know what it is now. Tiny homes are going to maybe not cost as much to move them, but they're still in an RV park. It's a tiny home park. We call it a tiny home community because we want to, but it's a tiny home park owned by corporations. Most of them, not all, not all. Some people are building tiny homes themselves because they have a little money and they're going to rent them out. Again, if that person passes away and their family sells that park, then your rent can be raised to whatever they want to raise. Again, we're all faced with that. That's what we understand right now. We've been watching it for 4 or 5 years. So, yeah, I don't want anything that's permanent inside a rented piece of land. That's how I'm thinking right now. Plymouth Road, Quartzsite, Arizona. Yeah, I know. I know. I was talking about how she doesn't like water, and I'm explaining Audrey why that she didn't like water there. I don't think she'll like it here. That's why I'm not going to look for that too much. Hi, Brenda. How are you? Anne Marie. Hi. I'm in Quartzsite right now. My first time. Oh, good. Good. We'll have to meet up. Hi, Carol. I was on your live Saturday. If you own your own land. I agree, Carol. I do. It is an answer if you have land that you own and you're not renting from someone. Have you gotten to see Mary Ark? Everybody's saying hello to everybody. All us broke seniors need to get together in a village so we can look after one another. And that sounds really good too. And community is, I think, very, very important. Um, the tiny home communities, they have a lot of amenities for seniors. The one that I saw in Austin had a lot of amenities, excellent health care, beautiful, beautiful place, owned by a corporation. Um, very close to everything, you medical, anything you could possibly need. Beautiful, beautiful area. You're renting the property. You know, and that's the answer for many people. That is the answer for many people. That's not my answer. I've lived in RV parks where the rent has gone out. Fortunately for me, I've always sold them just before the rent jacked up. And then I stopped doing it. I said, no, I'm not buying anymore. I mean, everybody's different, guys. Everybody's finances are different. There's many of us living in vans who don't have that kind of money where they can buy a tiny home, they can buy the land or rent the land. It's not a cheap proposition, but many people can afford it because they had quite a few, but you'll see that video. It's coming up this week. I'll put it up this week. I've been keeping up with tiny homes and tiny home community, and I'm not ready to settle in one place. This winter, I'm a volunteer ranger. Oh, good for you. I have internet, but it can be sketchy. Good for you, Wanderlust. Yeah. So far it hasn't been sketchy, but I'm pretty close to town. Okay, that's what I thought. I'll have to look you up. I think I did. MC, hi, how are you? Yeah, that's great. Everything else is too expensive, but I would also ask people if someone would rent me a piece of land to live on for a little money. The other thing is, many years ago, people would lease land for 99 years or 50 years. I have heard that some places will lease the land, which is a lot cheaper than renting it and a lot cheaper than buying it, depending on the lease amount. So much for the lease for so many years. That's another way to think about it. Yes, please. There's a lot of things to think about. Hi, Colleen from New Zealand. Welcome. Your way is pretty good. I would not change it if I was in your position, only for land. Yeah, Claudia. Eventually the van will wear out. I'm praying that it lasts me a long time. I only have 132,000 on it, and I do maintain it perfectly. I try. That doesn't mean anything because things wear out. It's 13 years old now. So, but I do the best I can. And yes, I love my van. And if I was smart, I would put a top on it so I could stand in it. And that would be the only thing I'd do. So, in about a month? Okay, Mike. Beth Parker, hello from, hi, from North Carolina. Marie from Milton. Yes, Milton is where I lived. Milton, Delaware. Yes, Marie. Yes, I live there. And Burton, I.G. Burton, he has like 5 or 7 dealerships. I worked for him in the accounting. JJ, hi. Thank you so much for buying that membership. Thank you. That was so sweet, JJ. I own a home in historical Newcastle. One of my best friends lived in Newcastle. And most of her life, her mom had a home there, mother and father. When they passed, they did, you know how the freeways go? Well, anyway, the state bought the land and destroyed her mom and dad's home. It was after they passed, and built a freeway over it. But she's passed. I don't see a thumbs up. Yeah, they've made it hard. You have to kind of, there is one. It's real tiny. Vons, can you explain it better than me? Because mine I see really big, open, but I know when I'm watching Carol or somebody, I have to look for it. Insurance is low here. Okay. Um, it depends. I dropped mine down to liability only. It's like $75 a month, and it was it was going up to like 160. And no, got my hearing aids cleaned and adjusted. Yeah, what a difference. Have to leave. I'll see you later. I'll see you later, Teresa. I'm glad you did that. No taxes in Delaware, though, right? Yeah, as far as I remember, there weren't any. I mean, that was 20 years ago. I don't know if any, what changes they've had. Tap the screen twice. Thank you, Retired Life. Kevin, how are you watching? Roses and violets and roses. Hello. Delaware has taxes. There's certain ones they didn't have on your phone. Yeah. Well, phone is the same. There's a little space right up. Used to be. I don't know. I don't want to give you directions when I'm not there. You were thinking about Middletown, Delaware. Milton. It's Milton, whereas I was. I don't remember Middletown, but Milton is where I'm pretty sure that's where I was. Hi, Paula. RV parks in northern. I understand there are. Well, here in Quartzside, there's a ton of them, and they range around 400, from what I've been told. I have not done my own research, so until I do, I'm just saying that's what I've heard. I don't know if it's for real. I think I did call one, and they said it was 400 a month. I think I did do some research. You would not recognize it now if you. Yeah. Oh, all the farm. It used to have a ton of farmland. In 2005, I was shocked at all the farmland that was there. So, but that's the way it happens. The buildup in Texas around Austin just shocked me. I really didn't like the Austin area at all. I really didn't like it. It is way too built up. The freeways are a maze. I didn't. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Walter. Thank you. Hugs to you too. Thanks, Walter. Oh, oh, I have to play the pickle. Almost forgot. Almost forgot. Okay. This is for Walter from Holland. Thank you, Walter. Thank you, Walter. Thank you, Marie. I feel really good and I'm very content. I had I've had such a wonderful trip. I had 2 weeks with Mary, which was we just had a we didn't do anything special, you know. Um, we just sat there and watched the ocean and talked, or she'd go to the beach and walk. I mean, it wasn't anything extensive. We ate out one time. The H-E-B. Oh my gosh, guys, that is one of the best. That is the best grocery store I've ever seen in my life. The one we went to into was in Corpus Christi. That I mean the meat, the way the whole presentation was beautiful. The prices were very very reasonable. I was just shocked because I'm not impressed by grocery stores. I just go in when. I was very impressed by H-E-B. It was very impressive. So yeah. Oh, Mike got burned. Did Mike get burned? Why did Mike get burned? Who died? Who died, Vicky? I like rattling your cage. Oh yeah, you're always trying to do that. Can someone please tell me where to find thumbs up button? Um, Moms, do you know how to tell him? My camper is big enough for comfort, but small enough to easily tow when lot rent gets crazy or my 14 days are up. Yeah, that's the way I feel. Uh, if the rent gets crazy, I just can move out. That's why I want a trailer. I don't want anything that's going to tie me to the spot unless I own the land. But I am going to look into leasing land. I would like to see about that. How has your eyes made you feel since you had it done? fabulous. I can see so much better, except my close vision is 10 times worse. So everybody warned me that would happen, and it did. Um, but my far side, driving and stuff is wonderful, wonderful. So much better than it was. It's just the nearest, and you have to pay. And I think anybody you have to pay several $1,000s to get the lens. Medicare only pays for one lens type, which is the far-sighted, so you can drive. Um, you could pay extra to get both the near and the far, but most people don't. I didn't. Astwa, hi, how are you? Kevin double tapped Lindy's face. Okay. Thanks, Mike. It's by the title of the video. Okay. Hilda. Tap the screen twice. Yeah. You guys all know thanks for helping. Thanks for helping him. Yeah. You guys are so helpful. Thank you so much. Oh, the 3 dots also? Hi, Jacqueline. Yeah. Yeah. If you are paying rent and they jack up your rent. I'm looking at everything. Inexpensive. I want small. I don't want big. But then, there may be one in a park that I could just, buy in the park. I would prefer that than, a used one. I'm not being real picky. I love my van. I'm not in a rush. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what kind. Small. Are you heading to Quartzsite? I'd love to meet up. I am in Quartzsite right now, Kevin. I am in Quartzsite. And this is not Kevin. This is someone else, I think. This is Anne Marie. Yes, not Kevin. That's what I thought. Oh, really? Middletown are owned by... Yeah. They just did in where I'm at. I've been watching for a year them building all these fabulous new homes. And they put a big wall up. Uh, all rental homes. They're not for sale. I was shocked when they finally put the sign up. They're strictly rental homes. They just don't want us to own anything. I have never seen just rental homes. These are regular homes built. They're all rentals. Nothing is for sale. Just, are you going to reach out to me? I'm trying to come out a few times. What do you mean, reach out to you? What does that mean, Vons? You can come anytime you want, hon. Come on out. A major credit check. RV parks? Oh, do they? Yeah, I think you're right. And criminal, yeah, I don't worry about criminal. I don't even have a parking ticket, for crying out loud. I was quoted $30,000 to move my double wide. Wow. Lindy behind it. I am. I'm so sorry. Audrey, hi. Retires. Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Just met Mary. She just pulled in and setting up. Oh, good. Well, you go out and enjoy Mary. You don't have to be on my live. You can go out. RV park near does 99-year lease. Seen a few RVs. Really? Really? Wow. I've heard of it. Channel's live there. Hello from Texas. Hi, H.V. Davidson. I love Texas. I have to tell you, I just loved the middle, Hamilton, High Coach, Gulfway, Lampass. Oh, I love Lampasses. I took pictures in Lampasses, yes. Made it to our... Yes, Mary. You and Brenda have a great time together. I told her to get off my live and go see you. Oh, Retired Live, you received a gift membership. Oh, my goodness. Is that what that means? That was done by JJ. Oh, thank you, JJ. That is so kind of you. Thank you so much. Trippin. Hi, Trippin. Audrey. Okay. So Mary is with Brenda. You guys enjoy each other. Have a good time. Oh, thank you, Trippin. I tapped the screen twice. It works. Oh, good. Good, Brenda. Good. Thank you for the gift membership for others. Yes, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. Holland, yeah, Holland, Mike. And Walter comes quite often. Wasn't it Milford? Yes, world traveler, Milford. What is this? What is this gift? Sent hot chocolate. Okay, I don't know what that means at all. But thank you very much. Oh, I should be doing my pickle. I'm so shocked. I owe people a pickle. JJ, I owe a pickle. Donna. Thank you. I am behind. Hi, Gail. I received a membership. Oh, great. I thank you for explaining Austin to people. I feel the same. Austin doesn't feel like home. Yeah, it is wonderful. World traveler. Maybe it is Milford, Delaware. Yes, Milford, Delaware. Yes. That's me, Mike. Special. Lease was what I meant. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking lease might be okay. I keep full coverage as I have no money to get a new car if someone totals me. But they'll only give you Blue Book. And when I found that out and what Blue Book was, no, I'm not going to do it. But everybody has to do their own research and decide their own have their own opinions. I don't have the money to replace the van either, but at the same time, I'm not willing to pay almost $1,000 when they're going to give me so very little for the van, and the van is worth a lot more to me than that. My eyes, I have one eye nearsighted and the other eye farsighted, and they both have. Oh, really? Well, can you get help with that? I must go. Oh, Jacqueline, thanks for joining us. Thank you. I'll watch again. Thank you. Audrey's here. Keep full coverage. I don't know if I spelled that correctly. It's okay. Did you get stuck north of Benson? I-10 has a lot of construction. No, Susie. Um, I went through on Saturday and Sunday. I saw the construction, but they weren't working on it, and I figured the next day I would be in trouble, so I got through there pretty fast. And I have I have multi-insurance discount. Okay. I went from white to green on my name because, I think because you're a member, you got a membership. I think. Don't know. Sent hot chocolate. Thank you so much, Donna. I don't know if this is for Donna. I don't know if I did that for Donna or not. I'm getting behind. You're warmed up for Christmas. Oh, good. I'm paying $350 plus electric in court. I think that's the average. Okay. See, that's reasonable. There's lots of boondock areas. Yes, I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, I'm ready for boondocking. But you have to move every 2 weeks unless you go into the L.T.V.A. I don't want to be in there because I just have reasons. And yeah, I enjoy the boondocking. So we'll see. Have a friend in Texas, 30 acres, offered to let me live on the property for $300 a month, but I don't like Texas. Wish the offer was for California. You know, Gail, yeah, it seems like you can't have everything. Texas weather is different. High humidity at the beach. That kind of bothered me a lot, and I didn't mind the cold. Now, less humidity when I got to Hamilton. Again, the summers are really, really hot, and many places are very humid. The winters can get cold. A few years back, my sister works for a propane company, and they had a freeze that just busted everything. I mean, it was craziness, and she was talking about it. I do like Texas a lot, but you have to remember something. I spent my youngest years up until I was almost 13 in Texas, being raised in Texas. in this area. So I already am, biased. Hi, Janice. Was it Milton or Milford? Milford. Milford. I.G. Burton. Almost a year, Lindy. Oh, thank you, Janice. Thank you. You've been a member almost a year. Thank you so much. I really thank my members because there are many times I make more money on the members than I do on my views. And that's the truth. So thank you so much for my members. My eyesight had been the same since I was a child. You are so lucky. Yeah, it does, Mary. It has everything. Um, it's my unique self from both my parents. Okay. Nana Bear, finally caught you. A Merry Christmas. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. Yeah. I spent 2 days on the way back up north with my sister. Another 2 days. I didn't put it up there. Uh, I'm just kind of, I have so much material. I've kind of overwhelmed myself at this point. I'm like, which should I put up? But I think I'm going to put the tiny house up first. Members are green and mods are blue. Oh, thank you. JKWJCW gave a thumbs up. Thank you. Okay. Do we have to let auto insurance company know if living in a van? Is your van considered a commercial vehicle since not an actual camper van? Tuesday, I did notify them that I would be traveling in my van and I would be sleeping in it. So I don't really talk about insurance because whatever you put out there can go back. And I will just say I do have car insurance, and I was honest. So, oh, I'm so glad. Doing much crochet lately? How I found you. I haven't. My hands hurt so much. By the end of the day, I haven't done it. I still have a curtain. I'm making a second curtain that's just gray, and I haven't finished it. I'm about 2/3 done. I need to do it. Nana Bear, hi. Gail, my eyes got so bad 2 years ago. Medicare gives $300 towards lenses and frames. I have farsightedness and nearsighted lenses. I love Medicare versus Kaiser. Cars are not as valuable as dealers price them. A $40,000 car in 5 years. But yeah, mine is booked. The price of my vehicle, they've booked it at less than 5,000. I didn't pay it. I did pay a serious amount. It's paid for. And because it's paid for, I just went to liability. I don't want to give the insurance company more money since I've only used my car insurance once in my entire life when I hit a deer, not a deer, but a Great Dane. That's it. I've had one claim, and I've been driving since I was 16, so 61 years, one claim. Do you know how many thousands of dollars I've paid into car insurance? Because I have to? And now I'm just liability. Yes, I know, and I thank JJ. I've read a lot about some areas of Quartzsite, LOL. Oh, really? Texas home to you? No, I wasn't born in Texas, but I was raised there. I will just get insurance like it's a regular vehicle unless you want contents insured. But that's where possible problems can start. I got content of 5,000. It cost me a fortune, and I dropped it down to 1,000, and now I don't want to cover any of the content. I've used my van. I've had 5 years, going on 6, I guess. Yeah, I bought it. What day? 5 years ago, I think today or whatever, guys. Hi, Ron Moore. How are you? I'm in Indiana. Oh, Violets and Roses, you are so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you. If you're new, I play this thanking everybody for the super thanks and the gifts. Yeah, it is. I don't really want to talk about insurance. If somebody is a specialist on insurance and car insurance, um, RV Creativity, she, I haven't seen her for a long time. She did a whole thing on how to get insurance. Hey, Renee. Yes, she did. Thank you so much. Yeah, really, Ron. Never tell them the truth. Well, I do tell, but are only interested in ranking in their premium. It's right. It's right. Wow, 61 and only one claim. Man, thank you. I am very careful driver. I'm not aggressive, but a defensive driver, and I was taught. I've had this van for at least 5 years, and every time I go on a trip, I go check my brakes because you drive. So I drive differently. I don't use my brakes a lot. I use my engine to slow me down. I am not a person who slams on their brakes very often. It's a whole. We'll have a whole series of talk about that. So I rarely replace brakes. They're always amazed. I lived in Waco um, when I was about 6 months old. My dad was on an army base. That's about 90 miles from where my hometown was. But liability won't pay to... No, it won't. If it gets totaled, right? No, it won't pay to... it will only pay me Blue Book. It will pay me Blue Book. No, it won't. No, it won't. I'm lying. See, don't ask me. Yeah. No, I'm not going to get paid for my van. But they would pay me less than 4,000. Well, this van, I can't replace this van even for 4,000. I would get another van. Yeah. Yeah, I just finance it, you know. That's what I would do. Only Sammy. Hi. Bumpkin till now. Okay. Lindy Bumpkin. Yeah, I am. I did say hi only. Sam Joe. Yeah. Brakes is only for positioning. Yeah, really. Um, you should, if you're on the freeway, you just take your foot off the gas. And my vehicle's so heavy, all my vehicles, I've never put on new brakes on any, mostly. I think maybe one time I put on new brakes on a vehicle because they last forever for me. But anyway, I think I'm caught up. I think I am. Yeah. So, Mike, you're going to be here in a month. I'm reaching out to some other people. If you guys want to meet up with me and you're here in Courtside, I have an email up there and just email me and we'll set it up or meet you at the dog park because I'll be going to the dog park every day. That's normally what I do when I'm here and make Marley there. Having brakes last is another sign of good driving. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. Well, I've never had a ticket. Uh, I have been stopped by cops. Uh, Rear end light out. One cop thought I was drinking because I was, I had a can and I was doing this, and I immediately saw him on the side, and he came out so fast, and when he got to me, he saw I had the can. I had my hand over it when I put it down, and he said, "Well, I think you were just driving a little too fast. I think I was 5 miles over." He goes, "Just settle down." But he was looking at my drink. He thought I was drinking and driving with my son in the back. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we're going to end this, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'm all caught up, I think. If you ever come to Delaware, I would love to meet you. That would be great. I don't plan on it, but, I never know. All of a sudden, I'm just starting to want to travel. So I just never know what I'm going to do. If I'm going to travel, better be now. While I can see real good and I can still drive real good. I will talk to you guys next week, hopefully. Good night to everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Oh, no, see, yeah, that's bad, yeah. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining me, and thank you to all my members and subscribers. I'll see you next week.